My name is Goldyn Chyld. I'm from Vallejo, California, born and raised. You know, growing up as a kid, my mother and my father, they were only together for a short period of time. They divorced around the time I was about 3 years old. So around the time of my youth years, between 3 to about maybe 11 years old, I was back and forth a lot from mother to father. In between that time, you know, growing up between both households, I was around a lot of music, around a lot of soul music, hip-hop music. Even though I was influenced on, you know, hip-hop music from both sides, I grew up around everything, got a lot of inspiration. Wu-Tang Clan to me is a lifestyle that I live. To me, it was bigger than the music, you know what I'm saying? There's not another group, I feel, in music history that's accomplished that, where they come into the industry as a group to smash the industry, then divide and conquer as solo artists. And that's powerful to me, and that always just intrigued me as a kid and inspired me so much to where, like, I wanted to be like that. And then it just got to a point where, you know, when I started learning production at 15, 16, I applied what I was learning from that, you know, to what I do now. You know, my sound is strictly just from the soul, you know. It's more like, if you want to talk about how it does sound, my sound predominantly gears more towards soul, funk. If you listen to, like, you know, Pete Rock's Soul Survivor 1 album, how it's like mixed with a lot of that blaxploitation sound, mixed with, you know, more the hardcore side of hip hop beats. Them days where people just where they just craft like instrumentated beats, they don't really have that feel like they would in being done in the 60s, 70s, or the 80s even. But to me, samples just have a certain sound in it that you can't get out of a keyboard or a software on the computer. And it has such a real organic feel to it, and that's why I personally, coming up on the hip hop that I've came up on, have chosen to flip samples as a producer to make my music. So I like to always have an idea from something, or some type of inspiration, or maybe coming across a sample or hearing a sample, or, you know, I'm watching a movie and I hear something in the background, or I can even hear a song and there's just like a vocal part in there that just inspires me to make a track, you know, however long it takes. If I'm not feeling it organically at that moment in time, I'll wait however long I have to, a few days, until I run into a sample, and it always happens, especially when I'm in the mode to where I want to craft and produce and make something. If I tell myself I'm going to find something, I'll run into something. And then it hits me when I know that's it right there. That's it. Find your weapon of choice, master it, stay with it. However you may want to go out, find out, you know, your skills on other equipment, but always have that one core piece, you know, like the back of your hand, that you can always go back to. But what I'm currently using at this moment right now, what I will be sticking with, which is like my grand masterpiece, like, you know, I found my weapon, and my grandmaster weapon of choice right now is the MPC 5000. as long as I know what I'm inspired to do when I start to make the beat at any given time is really the only preparation that I like to have. I'll sit there like I'm doing in this chair now, and I'll play the beat back to back 10 times, and it'll hit me like that's it, that's the one. I often go back and I listen to my old beats from like maybe 2007, 8, 9, or 10, and I'm like, man, like it was dope. It's dope music, but it ain't nothing compared to where I'm at now. So who's to say, you know, with the time I'm in now, I would say I'm at a really good peak. Like I love sonically, mixing wise, everything about what I'm doing now I love, like 100. Like I'm so confident in what I do now.